Hello, Pisces, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racy, and I'm going to be giving the message for you today. This is for Pisces suns and those with strong Piscean placements in their chart. For those of you who know what house Pisces rules and what's in there, it can give you some specific insights into certain areas of your life. For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I do not sugarcoat my messages. I have no filter. I just read how I read. So if you have any issue, with that, I'm always very respectful. You could sign off now. Otherwise, we're definitely getting into this for December. All right. So Pisces, I started with my Rainbow Warrior activation deck, and we got card number 4, which is Alchemy. And it's about chemistry, partnership, fusion, magic, transmutation, and miracles. It says alchemy is the ancient belief that one can turn base metals into gold, or perhaps find an elixir of everlasting youth. In other words, it is the creation of a miracle containing the perfect combination of ingredients. Nowadays, you don't have to go far to find gold. Even the Earth's core has enough gold to cover its entire surface. Miracles, on the other hand, we recognize as a series of events, or a process, that we may not have been privy to otherwise, prior to witnessing the fantastic end result. Know that what you have in your life right now is the making of a miracle, and there is a broader dynamic at work that may not be possible to see from where you're standing. Stay present and know that all is well. There's a sacred ripple going on. Okay, Spirit is pulling in and grounding some manifestation for you into form. Something that just may be perfect, like a miracle. The guidance cards are faith in the process and spirals of manifestation. This is hopping on the faith wagon, knowing that everything that is meant for you is always meant for you, and it will always come back around. The opportunity to love and feel loved and ripple will always come back around. So when the action card is turn your heart light on, allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love. It doesn't have to be with a romantic partner. It could be love with a friend. It could be love with a family member. It could be any kind of love that you got to experience that feeling. The milestone card is justice. This is a divine balancing. Whatever love energy that you've put out there, whatever experience have brought you a sense of peace, joy, gratitude, especially being able to be grateful for your ability to do things for others, right? That bring joy. This is a divine balancing. Now, it doesn't come without the duality of things. This justice card, this milestone tarot card that I pulled, it is a picture of a two-headed snake, and the heads are facing each other, and their bodies in the middle, meaning that if they were to attack each other and bite kind of thing, they would literally be cutting themselves in half. Whatever demons you have in not seeing what the universe is capable of for you, I do feel like that's what's coming into alignment. I think you're seeing what your shadows are for what they are, and how it's been an endless cycle, and Spirit's going to drop a beautiful gift. All right. I don't know if you just heard a little ding going off, but divine confirmation. I think you're picking up on, as we get into the tarot, I think we're picking up on with the Nine of Swords at the beginning of the month, anxiety. And I think you might literally be physically feeling the anxiety, whether that's feeling wonky in your head, or feeling exceptionally tired or achy, or just this feeling of unknown anticipation and almost like feeling like you're walking in a daze, right? You might actually be having disrupted sleep. You might not be sleeping well. At night, you might be having nightmares or weird, really fucking weird, bizarre dreams that don't make sense to you, and you start to wonder about yourself. Like, I feel like the beginning of the month of December, you're physically dealing with the energy of being in high anxiety, like mental stress. You're feeling a very, very high level of mental stress. I don't know if you know where it's coming from, right? And I feel like this is just the alchemizing process. It's the transition of being the base metal into turning into gold. It's when it's that in between, right? That uncomfortable, heated, and unstable in between energy where the new fusing is taking place. I think with the following card being the Movement of Wands or the Page of Wands, you may be inspired by a younger fire sign who has a ripple, right? They have a ripple in your life. They have a place in your life. They're an inspiration in your life. It could be just straight up pure Sagittarian energy. We have a Sagittarius symbol on the card. So you might feel the energy of this movement, right, going on. There's this movement, this ripple of the energy you're connected to, and I think that you're intuitively picking up on it. Something is going to be changing and shifting in a young person's life. And you, Pisces, being the intuitive sign you are, picking up on that. There is some kind of argument or old prehistoric kind of predator in the energy, right? It's a very deep ancient wound with the shark present on the Five of Swords. There's this needing a mental break and pushing yourself to your limit, right? You're pushing yourself to your limit, facing things when maybe you should be in retreat mode or just move on from it altogether and not deal with the confrontation of it. Having that faith in the process, right? Knowing that everything that is meant to heal will always come back around and heal. Being in that turn your heart light on energy. Allowing yourself to reflect on times when you felt loved, right? Don't let yourself in the mental conflict of things not necessarily be able to move forward, right? Because there is this balancing, there is this justice coming in. Like, you're facing your shadows, maybe other people are facing their shadows, and you can't necessarily face them alone. At the end of December, we get the Lovers clarified by the Eight of Cups. So this is Gemini energy, Mercurial energy. This is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The Lovers card, with the two eagles, the saying is the eagle flies alone. And yet these two independent eagles choose to be together. This Eight of Cups card with the bear, this is a very protective mother energy. Moving back, just the way the cards are sitting, moving back and heading towards the Lovers card. This protective of your heart space, nurturing heart space. You love yourself enough to protect yourself. I think you're moving towards another very independent, authentic person, and just choosing to spend time together, in between being independent, right? I think you're moving back towards something more emotionally fulfilling, because the Eight of Cups is about leaving what's not emotionally fulfilling behind and moving towards the Ten of Cups, right? And I feel that throughout the month, on the whole, like going from that place of anxiety and feeling this energetic ripple, and this energy from someone, or getting some kind of communication, even because the Knights or the Pages can be communications. This little inspirational communication that triggers an old wound. In your own mind, it triggers an old wound. And that's what's healing, and that's what's balancing out and bringing you into this authentic energy where you're allowing yourself to receive and bring in that emotionally fulfilling energy. I think it might be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster this month. But on the whole, I think that the experience is going to bring you closer to where you're meant to be. So I hope this helps Pisces understand what the energies are. This is about having faith, and this is about knowing that whatever is meant for you will always come back. Whatever is meant for you will always come back around. Your ripple is just as endless. You could be inspiring someone, and that's why there's a conflict, because someone is inspired by you, or maybe even envious of you, wishing they could be like you, and they can't because their life is set a certain way. There's certain people in it, certain responsibilities they have, they've manifested whatever experience they're in. And I think that you being in this space that's intuitively compassionate, especially when you realize other people are feeling what you're feeling, or going through what would give you feelings like this, wow, if I were in their shoes, holy Hannah, kind of thing. It's you're trusting that all is working according to divine plan, and it is. And that's the point. And it is. You're taking things in your past that seemed valueless and are going through the transition into seeing their worth. And you're moving back into a higher standard of self. You're moving into a higher standard of self and what is emotionally acceptable for you to feel and what you're allowed to feel, right? This joy and trust that you're allowed to feel all the time, right? All the time. So, with that said, Pisces, until next time, this is Divine Rebel Racy signing off. If you want more from me, you can find all my information in the description. Remember always to love each other, and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye, everybody.